All right, so the next code, and this is the last BCD code we're going to be looking at. So this one is what we call 8, 4, not 2, not 1. Another way we can say it is 8, 4, negative 2, negative 1. So these two, the 2 and the 1 is actually negative in this case. So we have to take that into account when converting the numbers. So here is the example. We're going to convert 246,63 in decimal. And what we do is, it's exactly the same. You just have to consider those two as negative numbers. So for example, 2. If we're going to make 2, we don't have a 2 there. We only have an 8, we have a 4, we have a negative 2, and a negative 1. So if we said 4 plus negative 2, that would make us get 2. So we would use the 4 and the negative 2 to give us 2. So that means we didn't use the 8, we used the 4 and the negative 2, and we didn't use the 1. So that gave us 2. And here for 4, it's easy because we have the 4 there. So we can just say we didn't use the 8, we used the 4, and we didn't use the 2 negative numbers. For 6, we can say 8 minus 2. So we're going to use the 8 and we're going to use the negative 2. So therefore it's 1, 0, 1, 0. Again, we got another 6, so that's going to be 8. We're going to use the negative 2. So we don't use the 4, we use the negative 2 because 8 minus 2 is 6. And there we go. And then for 3, we're going to use the 4 and we're going to use the negative 1. And we're going to say 0, 1, 0, 1. And then we're going to write 8, 4, negative 2, or not 2, not 1, B, C, D. All right? So that's the example. I just want to show you now quickly the table. And just remember, when you're doing this, remember again, do not clean up the number when you're done. Leave it as it is. All right, here we go. So now we have the 10 decimal numbers, 0 to 9, and we need to convert that into 8, 4, not 2, not 1. So for the first combination, it's obviously none of them. So we're going to say 0, 0, 0. For 1, what can we do for 1? We can say 4 minus 2 minus 1. So that'll give us 4 minus 2 gives us 2. Minus 1 gives us 1. So we're going to use those 3. So we're not going to use the 8. We're going to use the 4. We're going to use the minus 2 and the minus 1 to give us 1. Then for 2, we can say 4 minus 2. For 3, we can say 4 minus 1 gives us 3. For 4, it's easy. For 5, we're going to have to say 8 minus 2 minus 1. So that's going to give us 5. For 6, we're going to have to say 8 minus 2. For 7, we're going to have to say 8 minus 1. So that's going to be 1, 0, 0, 1. For 8, we can just select the 8. And for 9, what are we going to do for that? That's a tricky one. We're going to say 8 plus 4 gives us 12. Minus 2 gives us 10. Minus 1 gives us 9. So it means we're going to use all of them. All right. So just to show you that again, 9, and if you write underneath it 8, 4, not 2, not 1, it means we're going to use the 8 plus the 4 is going to give us 12. Sorry, I'm not showing you that. So 8 plus the 4 gives us 12, minus the 2 gives us 10, minus the 1 gives us 9. So we're going to use all of them. All right. So I hope that helps. And in the next video, we're going to look at the gray code.